Online dating has become a popular way to meet new people, but with its rise in popularity comes some scary and unbelievable stories. Tinder, in particular, has had its fair share of scary stories, with users having their experiences of meeting up with matches who turned out to be anything but what they seemed. From encounters with serial killers to unexpected twists, the world of Tinder dating can be a dangerous place. In this video, we'll be looking at the top 5 scariest Tinder dates that you won't believe actually happened. Brace yourself for some truly terrifying tales of online dating gone wrong.
Mysterious stories.
Number 5. The year was 2018 when a shocking crime sent ripples of horror and disbelief throughout New Zealand. Grace Millane, a young woman with a zest for adventure and a desire to explore the world, had set out on a gap year after finishing college with excitement. Little did she know that her journey would lead her to her untimely demise at the hands of a man she had met on a dating app. Having just finished her adventure in Peru, Grace booked a plane to continue on to New Zealand. But no one expected, these were the last hours of the girl's life. Back to December 1st of that year, Grace was seen strolling through the bustling streets of Auckland's central business district alongside Jesse Kempson, a man she had connected with on Tinder. The two had planned to celebrate Grace's upcoming birthday, and at first, everything seemed to be going well. In fact, she even texted her friend to let her know the date was off to a great start. The date seemed to be full of promise and full of love until the night wore on. Grace's loved ones became increasingly anxious and worried. She had not responded to any of the numerous birthday messages they had sent her. When they reported her missing, the police launched an extensive investigation that led to the most gruesome of discoveries. Prosecutors would later confirm what everyone feared the most. Grace had been strangled to death during her Tinder date with Kempson. Her body had been stuffed into a suitcase and buried on the outskirts of the city. More painfully, the autopsy revealed that she had more than 10 bruises on her body. The victim died due to pressure on the neck area and maintained for a long time. I cannot believe that after killing Grace, Kempson continued to date another girl, bought cleaning supplies and a suitcase, rented a carpet cleaner and a car. He pretended like nothing happened in a cold-blooded way. It didn't stop there. The most angry thing which is Kempson would try to argue that her death was an accident during sex, but the jury was not swayed, and he was charged with her murder, ultimately sentenced to life in prison. The tragic end of Grace Millane's life serves as a haunting reminder that the world can be cruel and unpredictable. A bright and promising future cut short by the hands of someone she trusted, Grace's death shocked the nation and shook its people to their core. Her memory will live on forever, a symbol of the dangers that lurk in the shadows of the online world. Number 4. Gable Tosti was the ultimate ladies' man, with a lengthy list of conquests under his belt. However, his womanizing ways may have finally caught up with him after a fateful Tinder date with 20-year-old Warina Wright from New Zealand. From the moment Warina laid eyes on Gable's irresistible Tinder profile, she was hooked. They arranged to meet at a bar, and Gable's extensive experience in the dating game quickly won Warina over. They headed back to his hotel after picking up more booze at the store, and it seemed like the perfect Tinder date. But things quickly took a dark turn when they both got drunk and began to argue. Tempers flared and tensions reached a boiling point. The once calm conversation quickly escalated into a brutal physical altercation, with blows exchanged and fury unleashed. A part of the argument was recorded.
Who the f*** do you think you are?
No!
Hmm?
No! No! No!
You're trying to kill me, huh?
No!
Why'd you try to hit me with that?
No!
Huh?
No!
I would, but you've been a bad girl.
The night ended in tragedy as Warina fell from the 14th floor balcony to her death. The exact circumstances surrounding Warina's untimely demise remain shrouded in mystery, with two competing theories. Some believe that Gable strangled her, causing her to flee and eventually fall to her death. Others contend that Warina attacked Gable, and he pushed her in self-defense. Despite a lengthy 4-day jury deliberation, Gable was ultimately found not guilty, with a palm print on the balcony railing suggesting that Warina had climbed over it herself. The truth about what really happened that night may forever remain a mystery, but it serves as a chilling reminder not to put too much trust in someone's online dating profile. Number 3. Can you believe this wild story? Imagine you're all hyped up to meet someone you matched with on Tinder, and then bam, you get robbed at gunpoint. And get this, it actually happened. Prepare to be horrified by this shocking true story. It all started innocently enough when a man on Tinder was swiping through profiles and came across a stunning woman named Sonia. The plot twist here is Sonia wasn't who she claimed to be. She was actually a part of a team to rob him. Once they matched on Tinder, Sonia and her male accomplice, Jose Sandoval Jaquez, lured the unsuspecting man to a hotel room. That's when things took a terrifying turn. Jaquez pulled out a gun and demanded that the victim hand over his phone and belongings. But the nightmare was far from over. In a truly twisted turn of events, the victim was also forced to give up his ID card, PIN codes, bank account numbers, and even his social media info. Jaquez and Sonia weren't satisfied with just stealing his possessions. They wanted to drain him dry. To add insult to injury, they made him drive them to a Chase bank where he was forced to withdraw all the cash from his account. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, they even stole his car. Can you believe it? This poor victim was robbed of everything he had, including $3,000 from his bank account. It's a chilling reminder that you never know who you're really talking to on dating apps, and that the online world can be a very dangerous place. Now, you might think these criminals were masterminds, but no. They used their real names to rent the hotel room and take the money. That's how the cops caught them. Anyway, this story is just a reminder that not everyone you meet online is who they say they are. You never know when you might end up with a criminal or even a terrorist. So be careful when meeting people through the internet and stay on guard. Number 2. The story of Mika Ort is one that will chill you to the bone. Imagine being pursued relentlessly by someone you thought was just a harmless date from Tinder, only to end up brutally murdered in your own home. That's exactly what happened to this 21-year-old student from Massachusetts, studying abroad in the Netherlands. Mika met Thomas R. on dating app after breaking up with her boyfriend. They dated in a very short period. Then, Mika reconnected with her ex-boyfriend. Thomas R. was enraged with jealousy. His obsession grew to dangerous levels, as he began stalking her every move by tracking her bicycle with a GPS device. But his twisted obsession didn't stop there. One day, Thomas decided to take matters into his own hands. He set fire to the building where Mika lived, with her and 2 other men trapped inside. The blaze was quickly extinguished, but tragically, Mika was already dead. This beautiful girl was riddled with wounds, each one a reminder of the brutal knife attack she had suffered. There were 15 of them in total, leaving her with little chance of survival. Thomas R. had shown no mercy, striking her again and again until she lay motionless, bleeding out on the ground. It was a savage and senseless act of violence, one that would forever haunt those who knew her. Thomas fled the scene, but he couldn't run from the law forever. Eventually, his own parents turned him in to the authorities, and justice was served. This shocking and brutal story is a haunting reminder of the dangers of obsession and the horrifying consequences that can come with it. It's a stark reminder that when it comes to online dating, things are not always what they seem. So, before you swipe right on that next profile, think twice about who you're really inviting into your life. Before we go to the last but not least case, thanks for watching this video so far. If you find it satisfies you, be sure to subscribe to me because new videos will be uploaded every day. Check out other videos on my channel. Please give me your suggestions for how to increase the video's quality, and in case you have any sources to share, don't hesitate to contact me. Number 1. A hopeful Tinder date becomes a nightmare. This awful idea came true with these victims when they were forced to be used as a toy. In a nightmarish turn of events, a woman was viciously attacked after agreeing to meet a Tinder match at a hotel room. She had no idea that she was walking into a trap set by 3 sadistic individuals, Joshua Hamblett, Sashuana Wilkins, and Keegan Profity. The victim was subjected to unspeakable acts of violence and exploitation. Profity, the original contact on Tinder, took advantage of her vulnerability and took inappropriate pictures, while Wilkins and Hamblett joined in to threaten and intimidate her. To make matters worse, they forced her into the dark world of sex work, stealing every penny she earned and using her as a pawn in their twisted game. When the heinous crimes came to light, the 3 monsters were charged with a litany of offenses, including assault, making threats, and the unspeakable crime of human trafficking.